Right, this video is a response to mamading. I've just heard, he's sitting right over there, and he's just recorded something about his experience. I'm going to talk about the we20. Brilliant news! Because I thought the we20, the way I initially thought about it was that people were going to get together in groups of 20. How fantastic! And then they would kind of collect together and get larger numbers and so on and so forth. Rather than the notion of getting everybody together at a big meeting to be equivalent to the G20 or the G, however many group it is, which is kind of old hat. This is much more to do with the fractal thing, a certain number of people working together in small groups. Now, it's kind of a nice idea, and as far as from what I can understand from what mamading's just said, it's to do with producing some kind of platform. That's actually not really the problem. Also, it's to do with perhaps telling people about how to organize themselves and how that's, again, not really the problem. Because I do believe that there's plenty of theory out there and lots of people experience working in groups, all right? There's loads of people. We all do that in work. The trick is interacting in a kind of social context and implementing these skills that we already have. That's a major difference. That's a major difference. It's not about teaching anybody anything. It's about giving them the conditions by which they can put what it is that they're trying to suggest into practice. Okay, what they already know into practice. So that's the my initial response. Another thing is that you guys were talking, and you went to the pub, and then there was kind of scheming. Now this scheming is not actually. I think we have to bring this out into the front here. Okay. I call it strategizing, the collective strategizing. Now, I don't know what your mamading, I'm recording, could you just keep it a bit lower? And so anyway, so mamading's left it into the phone, so this is the first time you're going to hear this mamading. Okay, I've written a small document, open Google Doc, and it's to do with collective strategy. We need to get together to be able to strategize. So these people that are having their talks in pubs and so on and so forth, it's really exciting, really good, and the fact that it's live is really fantastic. But the thing is, and it's actually connected to a small group of people who are doing things, so actually it's probably the best way of going about it. However, it would be quite nice to get an idea of what that strategy actually might be at some stage. Now, I'm working alone, and for some reason or other, I decided not to go to the we20 because I trust mamading to be able to do that. And he is making the connections. Fantastic. But I kind of felt when I was listening, I was like, oh damn, I'd like to be participating in those conversations. Okay, and how many people in lots of cities across the planet are perhaps isolated or perhaps working in their small little groups? Okay. The ones that are working in small little groups, hopefully that's we20. Okay, somehow or other we connect to them. Somehow. But if it's actually just individuals like me, how do we participate? Hence my challenge. My challenge is for people to produce an hour-long, series of videos, perhaps, 6 of them, where it explains everything about how it is we're organizing ourselves from beginning to end. Now this is like an overview, this is like as much detail as possible, and really just blow everybody away, okay? And the idea is that if we have enough of these, people kind of vote on them, people follow them, because there's only a few of us that have actually got kind of the vision and the skills and the experience to come up with something that really kind of sounds practical, as well as being idealistically practical. So I would kind of challenge people to produce something like that. The chances are that people will go, oh, well, we can't really do that, and they'll avoid it, and they'll rather kind of want to work together with each other in small groups, which is fair enough. But that's kind of the we20 format, rather than this idea of kind of collective strategizing. I'm going to ask, for example, Michelle Bounds to perhaps produce something, and it might be a PowerPoint presentation, a video, just straight recording, recording of you just kind of drawing on a board like like Grimes. Right, that's about it really. The other thing is the we20. It was something about the we20. Getting bunches of people together. That's a trick. damn, there was something else, and I can't quite remember. It was 5 minutes. Maybe I should stop it. Give me some moments to think about it. Perhaps you're thinking about it. The we20. I suspect there are people in there that are strategizing, and this is what one of their tactics, or what they think is a good thing to employ. Why? Okay, why? How far does the strategy go? How deep is it? That's the kind of discussion I'd like to have. So while we're conducting it, while people are conducting that, because I'm working below the radar, people, like for example, the we20, the idea of people getting together, that's it, found it, to discuss things. What? They want to be doing things. Really? It's only by doing stuff do people actually, have something valuable to actually offer. If it's just a bunch of people in a room discussing things, that's kind of okay, but really we want to be doing things. This Friday, Sophia's doing experiential night. I probably won't be able to make it because I'm going to Edinburgh. And that's conditions where, you get up to 10 people. Only 10, but it's pretty good. And you have a certain amount of money, say £20 each, that's £200, and they have to make a decision collectively about what to do with it. It's meant to be like fun, okay? So you're going to have to get consensus, everybody together doing some experience. Isn't that exciting? Now, is that political? No. Is it economic? No. Is it meant to be trying to work something out? No. It's the experience of getting together and coming up with a decision collectively by consensus. The skills used in that people learn should be kind of like, it's just the level below the we20. Do you see what I'm saying? So that the skills that we learn to arrive at consensus, to play around with money, to make a decision in a certain amount of time, is based on an experience of engagement.